Welcome to another little quick video by the Christian Trucker. Today we are going to talk about what drives you. Or do you even have drive? Do you even care? Are you even trying to win at life? For me personally, what drives me is when I go into a business, say the Petro or the Walmart, and I see the little old people door greeting or working in the deli. You know, when you're 80 years old, you shouldn't have to be working. You should have something set aside, or the government should be sending you enough money to where you should not have to continue that labor. When I see those folks, that drives me a little harder, because I picture myself, my wife, my child working on up into their gray years, way past when you should be working, when you should be home enjoying the grandkids and fishing and hunting or doing whatever makes you gog darn happy. I had this one lady I used to speak to on an occasion. She worked at a counter, a food counter, and she was just about 80 if she wasn't 80. And she was working her tail off every day trying to serve people food just to make enough money, because she could not make the decision with her Social Security whether she was going to buy medicines or pay the rent. So she had to get another job in order to have her medications. That is a horrible decision to be making. I work my tail off in order to make sure that my family do not ever have to experience that. I want to make sure that my wife is taken care of and my child is taken care of. Look, I'm not going to go into depth, but the family has a couple issues, and it's hard for them to go out and hold down a job. That's where we're going to leave it. So therefore, I want to make sure that I can provide enough for now on. So that's what drives me. What drives you? Could it be selfish desires, self-centered goals? There's got to be something that drives you. And if you don't feel that drive inside your soul, that passion that keeps you going, that keeps you motivated, you need to sit back and do a self-analysis and ask yourself, why don't I have that drive? Because you need that drive. It's healthy to have a passion. It's healthy to feel like you got to get it done. Something to give you the reason to keep on fighting. There's something out there that you can get behind that will help give you the passion and the drive to keep living, keep working, and building up a future. You just got to find it. You know, it's a blessed man that finds his purpose in life early in life. That way he has his entire life to work towards that purpose, to feel fulfilled his entire life. But even if you're 70 and you figure out your purpose at 70, at least you'll have those days after that point to work toward that goal and to feel fulfilled. Now, a lot of people have a lot of different reasons, and they are all good reasons. I don't know where I'm going with that. Yeah, I do. Anyway, to find that goal, to find that desire, to keep you motivated, to keep you going, I want to grow the largest transportation company in history. I'm going to set my goals so high that I can't even see the top. And I hope I can continue to try to reach them until I'm 80. But if my life ends before I reach the top of them goals, at least I I will hit fairly high. Already I'm doing more than most people thought I could. Not going to toot my own horn, but I am going to explain that people, even your own family, will try to hold you back and tell you it cannot be done, you should not do it. Get in your place, work for a company, and be satisfied. Well, the problem is, when I go into them places of business and I see them people that are struggling, I think to myself, working for a company after 50 years, am I going to be in that position? How do I prevent myself or my family from being in that position? And the only way that I figured it out is you got to find your own way to be your own boss. Get to be a boss in something that you can scale up and out. Because when you can scale up and out, that increases the money, the gross that's coming in. And when you get that gross up there high enough, then you start finding ways to decrease your expenses, which will automatically increase your profits. But the key is you got to be able to scale out and up, and then you can come in and you can trim the edges and make a pretty haircut out of it so that your profits just kind of blossom. That's my plan. You know, I want to have so much gross revenue coming in from so many places that I might actually forget one or two. I want to keep the business growing so much that it just blows people's minds one day. I hope each and every one of you have the same goals. I have looked at Amazon and Jeff Bezos in the past. Everybody needs to have some kind of rival or enemy or whatever you want to call bad guy. Well, I thought maybe they were going to be my bad guy, but I was listening to a video with Jeff Bezos in it today, and I have to agree with him on one point. He said that he would love to see a planet with 1 trillion humans on it. I agree. All these people that talk about we are overpopulated are crazy. But his point is it would be a world with 1,000 Einsteins. 1,000 brilliant minds, to where if we keep a small population, we won't have that access to those brilliant people. Look, as we grow the population, we're going to increase efficiency. We're going to get better at doing things. We're going to get better at feeding and watering our people. We're going to get better at taking care of this planet. 1 trillion people can go underground, above ground, in space stations. There's a lot of different avenues that we could grow the population. And I think God is pro-life. He put us here to go forth and multiply. That's pro-life. He wants us to have babies and to enjoy life and to have big families and to be happy and quit all the hate and the fighting. The hate and the fighting and all that stuff, you just throw that out the window. It's just not worth it. None of it is worth it. Focus on you and your family and the love and the kindness and the friendship and the companionship of life. Focus on those good times. Babies being born. All those great deals. People getting married. It's just so much beauty in life that we should get out here and focus on it just a little bit more. Because, there's so many streams of negativity out there. Avoid that mess because it's just not worth your time. It's not. So find what drives you. Use that drive to enjoy your life better, to scale out your business. Be driven. If it's to be the best truck driver in the world, knowing how to drive any piece of equipment, go for it. If it's wanting to build the largest hamburger dealership in the world, restaurant, fast food, pizzeria, whatever, go for it. It's never going to be a perfect time. Pull the trigger and join the community of entrepreneurs so you can have a business and you can scale out and find financial freedom. You don't have to end up being rich. Hey, but That's a lofty goal. Shoot for it if you want to. But financial freedom is a glorious goal. Because until you're completely financially free, you're considered a slave to the lenders that keep you going. That's just my opinion, and it's in the Bible. I believe in trying to be debt free, but we live in a world now where you have good debt and bad debt. Good debt is debt that earns you money. Bad debt is debt that costs you money. We can go into that on another video at another day, but I'm just trying to get a little content out there, just a few miles with old Christian Trucker, and we're going to let it ride at that. So God bless, and we'll catch y'all on the next ride.